Good morning, Happy New Year. It's Christmas, it's New Year's Eve today, and I'm just taking it easy really, just pottering around here, getting rid of these brambles because, you know, the saying, out with the old, in with the new. So what I want to do is, this mound was created when we dug out the pond. Some of the soil was tipped here, and I have planted hawthorns and a few trees, but it's kind of getting overtaken with brambles. So my plan is to get the brambles out and stick in tons of shrubs and perennials. So out with the old, in with the new. And it's a lovely calm day. There's no wind, there's no rain so far. So it's a lovely opportunity to just meditate on the things I would like to see in the new year. So I want to bring my garden back up to full strength and redo all the veg beds and get everything looking lovely and very productive. And I'm just thinking about things like that. So if I start thinking about them, then I put some action behind it, and hopefully by springtime we'll have a beautiful garden back that's very productive and looking good as well, looking colourful and loved. And that's it really. But it's New Year's Eve, so there'll be lots of people all over the world setting their intentions, and I'll be doing that as well this evening. But it doesn't mean the end of celebrations here in Ireland, because on the 6th of January, which a lot of people know as the Epiphany, in Ireland it's Women's Christmas. And it's a bit of a highlight of the whole seasonal calendar, because women come together and they have time to themselves and they celebrate with a glass of whiskey or a cup of tea, and they might go out. Nowadays people go out to restaurants and they take over pubs and they have big get-togethers. So usually I'm somewhere at a friend's house, and this year I'm going to invite a few friends over, and basically you just put your feet up and relax after all the hard preparation of making sure that Christmas is lovely for all the family. It's the mummy's turn to put their feet up. And so all the women get together to celebrate being a woman and the role that women play in the home and in the community, and how important it is that we recognise all the contribution that women provide. So in Ireland, for example, sometimes charities such as Charities for Domestic Abuse will have a party to remember the women who have not been as fortunate as others. And for me, because I came across a news article just before Christmas about the Taliban and what they're doing to women in Afghanistan, they're not permitting them to go to school or to university anymore, and they're threatening that they won't be allowed into public spaces. So for me, getting together with women friends, it's an opportunity to maybe send some love and hope to women who are under that kind of misogynistic regime. It's amazing that we're in the 21st century and women are still being treated in that way. So Women's Christmas is something that is very Irish. I think it's only Puerto Rico that celebrates Women's Christmas anywhere else in the world. So in Ireland, in the old days, women would just get together in each other's houses, and they might have a cup of tea, and in Connemara the tradition would be that women would make their own bread, and that's what they would give to their guests. So nowadays, as I said, a lot of women will go out to the pub or go to a restaurant and then all have a meal together. But what we like to do is we will have like a potluck gathering in somebody's house. Everybody contributes something, and a few glasses of wine or a few hot whiskies. And if you are, before you go out to meet the other women, you should have had breakfast in bed delivered by your husband or one of your children, and then you leave the man of the house to do all the domestic chores. And keep your fingers crossed he doesn't break anything when he's washing up, and he doesn't put things in obscure places that you never find again. That can happen. So yeah, it's just a nice chance for women to get together and be in their own space and chat about whatever they want to chat about, and maybe do a little magic and make their intentions together as a group. It's just a very informal and pleasant way to end the Christmas holidays. And then of course it's time to take down the decorations, because it's considered bad luck to keep them going after the 6th of January. I take my decorations down then, but I always leave a little bit of evergreen in the house, especially ivy, because ivy is the feminine principle to holly's masculine principle. And I like to leave it in till Imbolc, which is the 1st of February, because then we've gone around the wheel from the winter solstice through all the seasonal celebrations, and we're back to springtime with Imbolc. You might be wondering about the provenance or the origins of this this particular day that celebrates women. It's a Christian thing, because it's obviously since Christmas, and some people think it may have been when Pope Gregory rearranged the calendar and Christmas was moved forward 10 days, and it would have been around January the 7th. And so that's why it's also known as Little Christmas. But I think in times gone by, people were very pragmatic. They just got on with things, and women in rural Ireland did a huge amount of work, because not only were they looking after children and husband and house, cooking, cleaning, making their bread, they were also milking cows, looking after animals, raising chickens, and they would have worked on the bog, and they would have worked in growing potatoes and everything. So they were very, very busy, and they would have been knitting and making clothes as well. So I think it's really touching that from times when men were men and wouldn't lift a finger normally, that women were honoured in this way. And I think it's lovely, because it's not sentimental like Mother's Day, which is a hallmark thing. So I just think it's worth thinking about that as well. And it's not like, as some people have been quite dismissive of it, saying, oh yeah, give the women one day and the rest of the time they're working. They had to work. There's no getting away from that. So the fact that they did get one day, I think, shows that men did have a spirit of gratitude and appreciation. So I'm having a tidy up, and I'm noticing I have rushes, not too many because I've been on top of them, keeping them down for the last few years. But I have a nice little bunch there which will come in very handy when I'm making my Bridget's crosses and my little bridogues that I make every year. So that's something to look forward to at Imbolc. And for now, I'm just going to continue with this while we've got this great calm day. And Often we get the worst of weather January, February. So it's a lovely day today to be out in the garden. And just to wish you again a very happy new year. I hope everyone has an abundance of good health and happiness, and see you just after Women's Christmas, which is the 6th of January. And I hope you might give it a try yourself, get together with a few female friends and have a ball, because that's what it's about. Celebrate being a woman and have fun and just enjoy like minds. To all you men folk out there, whether you're married or not, you may have a mother, you may have a sister, you may have a niece or a cousin. It's your chance to really let them know that you hold them in high regard and appreciate everything that they do for you. So put down the red carpet, tell them to put their feet up, and just enjoy looking after the women folk. So see you later. Happy New Year. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed today's film. If you did, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And have a look at the website danusirishherbgarden.com for more information about us and about the herbal medicine courses I offer and the Wise Woman Way training. And if you go to the shop, you can find the books, the weed handbooks and other herbal goodies. And remember, we put a new film out every Sunday. So looking forward to seeing you next week.